Tommy Fury did this interview on the Stomping Ground the other day, and he was asked about this potential Anthony Joshua-Jake Paul fight, which at the time when he did the interview was still in negotiations. And he basically laughed it off. He said, it's ridiculous, it's a farce, I'm paraphrasing here. If I can beat Jake Paul, imagine what Anthony Joshua would do to him. Anthony Joshua would absolutely destroy him unless he's been paid to take a dive. So he was expecting a complete mismatch, and this is a guy that's beaten Jake Paul. And this is a guy who normally doesn't have much good to say about Anthony Joshua because he's Tyson Fury, aka Luke Partridge's brother. And even he was saying it's a total mismatch, it's a joke fight. So it did amaze me that there were people out there saying that, oh, Jake Paul's got a chance against AJ. AJ's chinny. Was Jake Paul even serious about making the fight? I don't know. If he was serious about making the fight, maybe he was pushing for it to be an exhibition, or maybe he was just totally delusional. Maybe he's just surrounded by too many casuals who gassed his head up. But I want to show you guys something here. This is a picture of Jake Paul standing next to Francis Ngannou. On the left, obviously. Look at the size of Ngannou compared to Jake Paul. Look at his shoulders. Look at his head. Bear in mind, Ngannou is actually shorter than Anthony Joshua. And look what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou. I'm telling you, people, Jake Paul couldn't beat Francis Ngannou. And I know styles make fights, but for me, the AJ-Jake Paul fight was such a grotesque mismatch that, as I say, I was amazed that anybody thought that it would be remotely competitive or that Jake Paul could go in there and win the fight. I mean, come on. He couldn't even beat Tommy Fury. Yeah, he's maybe improved a little bit since then, but not enough to get in there and beat an Anthony Joshua, albeit an over-the-hill Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has forgotten more about boxing than Jake Paul has ever known. Jake Paul versus Ngannou wouldn't be something that Jake Paul would entertain because that's a more natural fight to make since they're both novices, right? Since Jake Paul likes fighting these ex-MMA guys, why not call out Ngannou? I'm sure Ngannou would be up for it. But instead he calls out the guy who knocked out Ngannou in 2 rounds. Something isn't right with this picture. Doesn't it make more sense? Isn't it more Jake Paul's thing to call out an ex-MMA guy? To keep stepping up the level of MMA guys that he's fighting in a boxing context? Why didn't he call out? Maybe he has called out Ngannou in the past, but how far did negotiations go? Is it something you guys reckon Ngannou wouldn't be up for? I reckon he would be, especially at this stage of his career. And just look at the size difference. Bear in mind, Anthony Joshua is taller than Ngannou is. That fight would have been a grotesque mismatch. And instead, Jake Paul is fighting Tank Davis, a lightweight, in an exhibition. So yeah, Tommy Fury, the one and only man to beat Jake Paul so far in his professional career, said that Anthony Joshua would absolutely destroy him. It's a joke. If I can beat Jake Paul, imagine what AJ would do to him. If the fight goes more than 2 minutes, I'm paraphrasing again, but Tommy Fury said if the fight goes more than 2 minutes between AJ and Jake Paul, AJ's been paid off. That's what he said.
Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop and download all my podcasts in high quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.